Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bernadette from Burn Stitches. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I am back after a few weeks off. I got back from my trip last Sunday and it was so nice. I didn't do anything for a full week. I just sat on the beach and stitched my heart out. I am proud to say that I barely got sunburned. I think I'm peeling a little bit right here, but that's really it. It was so nice. It was so nice. It was a much relaxed vacation that both my husband and I really needed, and so that was really nice. I came back refreshed and went straight to work the very next day. So I did have a lot of beach stitching, as I mentioned, and I actually ended up having a finish during this vacation. So let me go ahead and show you what I've been up to the last few weeks. So like I said, I ended up going on my trip. Let me tell you what I ended up bringing. So I ended up bringing, I think, about 4 projects. Usually I don't bring that much, especially for just going somewhere for a week. I usually just bring something that I can work off for the entire time. But I also didn't know what I was in the mood to do, so I ended up bringing a bunch of projects just so I have a variety to choose from. So the very first one, and this is also something that I did end up putting in more stitches since my last video, is Spring Moon by Plum Street. This is my March focus for the month of March. I love this. Every time I see it, I get so excited. Again, this is on 40 count Sea Storm by Lakeside Linens. The blue is just so gorgeous. But yeah, I believe since the last time I filled out this sleeve. If I'm wrong, it's been like 3 weeks since my last video and I could not remember what I ended up doing. But I ended up bringing this. I only bought one project bag. It's this project bag from Sheba Designs. This one is so cute. This has been my spring bag, but I basically stuffed this when I went, filled with like everything that I could need. And I bought 2 frames to hold my stuff. I bought my Velkie. My Velkie was the ultimate champion. I basically took that everywhere. I stitched on it on the beach. I need to clean it out. It has so much sand. Every single day I would tap it and like sand would just fly off. So I do need to thoroughly clean that. I still haven't done that, but it's back in my closet. For those of you who do like to travel and would like to know how, how to stitch faster, it's usually because I have a stand to help me free up my hands, and I do 2-handed stitching. So that's basically what I did. Propped it on the towel on the beach and just ended up stitching. I didn't end up stitching on this during my trip because 40 count isn't really, like, it was hard for me to see the holes on 40 count because it was actually almost too bright. So but it got a free round trip flight from Hawaii, so this project is well traveled. So that is it. So pretty. All right, so I brought that project. I also brought up this project. I didn't end up touching this at all, but at the very last minute, I was going through the projects that I brought, and I thought, you know what, in the off chance that I'm not feeling the projects that I brought, I think this would be a very fun one to start. I'm trying to remove my dog's hair. But I ended up bringing this project. This is Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife. This is a very popular chart, so I'm sure you guys have seen this in the past. But a long time ago, like sometime last year, I was really interested in trying out Roxy Floss because Lauren from the New Hampshire Stitcher like loved using Roxy Floss, and so I ended up purchasing like 2 projects by the Artsy Housewife, and I bought the Roxy Floss conversion. And you know what, to this day I still haven't stitched either project. So I thought, hey, maybe let me pack it, see if I can start it. I still haven't. Someday I will. I definitely will. These floss packs are gorgeous. Like, look at the colors for Coffee and Eggs. Like, look, this is my color. I love this so much. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to start it. And then as I was trying to figure out the fabric to use, this one used Baked Clay by Fox and Rabbit. I love Baked Clay, but I have used that already in some of my Plum Street projects that I wanted a bit of a diversity. So I ended up picking up this fun fabric from my stash called Morning Lilac by Atomic Ranch, 36 count. And I thought, hey, you know what? It would be cool to put it on a colored fabric. It's springy and it would look really good against these colors. So I ended up bringing it. I haven't started it, but now I have something fully kitted up that maybe whenever the mood hits, I might end up starting it. So yeah, this one too got a free round trip to Hawaii, although it also went to the beach. I brought it with me every single day, but never started it. Okay, now the 2 projects I did ended up working on. And I think that's a pretty good statistic. 50% of the project that I bought, I ended up touching. One of them had a finish. So first of all, let me start off with my finish. I started this last year, and this is my finish that I ended up finishing in Hawaii. This is Spring Fling by With Thy Needle and Thread. It is so cute. I have to tell you though, this bunny is so chunky. It took forever to do. And then I thought I was done, but then all of these flowers took forever. So let me tell you a little bit. I started this last year. This is on 32 count. It's an unnamed pink fabric by Nicholas Flamel Designs. Unfortunately, his shop closed. He's supposed to reopen, but he hasn't. So I don't know. Hopefully he comes back. But this is from his one of his collections. I love this. I love the pink. So I ended up picking up this color because I really like how they did the model stitch. So this is how the model was stitched. It's on like a very pale pink fabric. I didn't have any pale, I did have a pale pink, but it was too pale that like you couldn't see. So I picked this one, 32 count, and then I stitched this 1/2. I'm obsessed with 1/2 on 32 count. I think it just looks so pretty. And then when I originally started this, I ended up kitting this up using floss from stash. So half of this was actually what I just had in stash. So for example, like this big chunky bunny, I did not have the actual called for floss, and so I ended up using Bamboo by Classic Colorworks, and then the pinks inside. So these flowers all look different because I couldn't make up my mind on how I want to stitch this. I also did not have the colors called for, but what I ended up subbing it with is this silk from Be Stitch Me. Oh, I I forgot I put it on like a ring, but it's this color called Desert Rose, and it's heavily variegated. So like it goes from a super dark pink all the way to like a super light. And at first I thought maybe I'll just cut off and use the dark pink for these, but I ended up liking the variegation, so I thought it would be nice, like let me just stitch the flowers and like, you know, do the shading myself. This isn't what the pattern looks like, but I thought it turned out cool. Some memories. Yeah, I really ended up liking how it turned out. I actually stitched this incorrectly, which is why it looks like this, but I thought that it blends in, so I like it a lot. So he's so cute. It's too big for a pillow, so this is probably gonna be framed like this. But as you know, I'm terrible at FFO, so for now I'm showing this off using my nerd hoop, so you have an idea what it will look like when it's framed someday. But yeah, I love this. I finished this at the beach. It smells like Hawaii. It smells like sunscreen, and I love it. There are some specialty stitches, not too much, but yeah, there's like straight stitches here, the little whiskers. It's so cute. Highly recommend this pattern. It is cute. I ended up purchasing a lime green fabric. I don't know what it looks like yet. I just saw it online. I purchased it because I there's a wood dye needle excuse me, there's a wood dye needle Halloween that is similar to this, and it is called Gone Batty, and I think it would look like really cute. So I can't remember what count it is. It might also be a 32 count, so I will stitch it something similar to this. But yeah, this is my finish. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I finished it. So good. I love this. I do love using colored fabrics. You know, I stitch a lot more samplers these days, but you know, I can't resist a good colored fabric if it's something I can incorporate it. You know, I don't use my Rolandas anymore. They're, or like my Fiberlicious. They're sitting in my drawer, and someday I'll get back to it, but you know, this kind of gives me that craving whenever I miss those kinds of fabrics, so I really like it. So that is my other project that I've worked on, and then after that I then decided it is time for me to start my Tulip Festival project by, again, Brenda with Thy Needle and Thread. Brenda is my all-time favorite designer. I'm excited. I get to see her in June for the Farm Girl Dry Goods Summer Retreat. But yeah, this is Tulip Festival, and I am stitching this using the Shepherd's Bush conversion. So I purchased this pattern from Shepherd's Bush, and it comes with a conversion in the back, which I ended up using. I am not done, but I am very close to done. This is what I have so far. It is so good. So let me just show you side by side what it's supposed to look like using the original stitch and the Shepherd's Bush conversion. It is so good. Shepherd's Bush, so good. So Shepherd's Bush style, 32 count again. This is 32 count 1/2. My fabric choice for this project is Vintage Chantilly Cream by Lakeside Needles. If you can't tell already, Lakeside is my all-time favorite fabric dyer. But I love these colors. They're just so good. I love the purple dress instead of the blue, Purple was my favorite color a long time ago when I was a kid. It's yellow now, but still have it. I'm wearing purple, like lilac purple, so I love this. So the only thing remaining in here is actually just like a strip of flowers down here, like similar to this, like just down here. And then I just gotta finish off these little bees and I am done. I probably have 2 more stitching days left on this, but again, I enjoyed this. I started this when I was on vacation. It smells like sand and sunscreen, so I'm definitely gonna have these memories. Fun fact about this project, I did start this off incorrectly, so let me unravel. So this is where I originally started. I made the mistake of using the wrong color for these, and I did not bring my picker during my trip, and so I didn't want to be a pain and like take these off. So what I ended up doing is I flipped my fabric and started it on the other side, and it ended up working out because I actually don't need that. So I'm just gonna stitch this and then I'm gonna leave that off. But yeah, it's so pretty. I love it. The basket was so fun to stitch. I love it. Actually, a lot, like this whole thing was so fun. It was really nice. So, again, I had the best time. I think the one thing about stitching on the beach, so I stayed in Oahu. Oahu is my favorite island. Granted, I've only been to 2 islands in Hawaii, Maui and Oahu. Oahu is always my favorite. I prefer a bigger, I prefer it. I'm a city girl, so I don't like how slow Maui was, but to each their own. I know a lot of people love Maui, but Oahu always has a place in my heart. That is also where I got married. So there's actually one of the days that we were stitching, that we went to the beach. It was near where we got married, and so it was super nice to be back. But yeah, it was super windy the week that we came, and it felt like I was fighting against the wind at times, but it was fine. It was fine. It was fun. It wasn't too hot that I was dying, so just drank a lot of Hawaiian Suns. It's so good. I bought a bunch of chocolates. So I'm actually prepping my bag for Hobby House next month, but this is my bag of goodies. I basically bought this bag of chocolates. This is going to be, if it makes it to my table, I'm gonna be bringing this. I bought these chocolates as well, for me and my friends, aka Jordan. She's my roommate, so this will be our room snacks. I also bought these tins. So I got this one. This is a super cute cookie tin from the Honolulu Cookie Company. So I bought this because I thought it would be really nice to put like our 103s in there. So I ended up getting these for some friends. The ultimate snack, I bought a ton of these Nerds gummy clusters. So yeah, those are gonna be my table snacks. Really so fun. All right, I pretty much, oh, also, and I mentioned this on my post, but these Saju tins, this is what I ended up bringing for my trip. So I have my Hobby House, like my Winterberry cases from Hobby House, but I didn't want to bring that to the beach because I don't know how to remove the sand from it. Like, I think it's gonna be a pain. So I actually ended up bringing these tins with me, and it was perfect. So these soju tins, so what I ended up doing is I basically bought a minder, and then it has like my travel size like scissors. So this is my little snips from Kohana. I learned a long time ago I should always bring more needles than necessary, so I bought like this like pack of needles, and then my travel size Premax scissors that I also love. So when I was at the beach stitching, what I ended up doing was I propped it like this, and then I had another magnet. I put it away, but I basically propped it like this, so it was like that, and then there was like a magnet in the back, so I attached it to my fabric, so it was just sitting upright the entire time. So and yeah, it proved to be like a really good tin to have. It was very nice. This is like, you just put it in your case, and yeah, TSA, like good enough for TSA. So I wanted to share that. Okay, so I only worked on one other project aside from all of these that I stitched. A fun fact, I have tendonitis, so this elbow has been hurting quite a bit. That's what I get for trying to go back to Orange Theory. I did not prep my body enough to pick up the weights, and yeah, I have tendonitis according to my doctor, and so I have been trying to ice it and take ibuprofen all the time. But yeah, my stitching has been a little bit slower than usual. So I haven't been stitching too much. But anyway, my other new start, I actually started this last week. Coincidentally, it was the first day of spring, and so this is my next new start. I'm obsessed. I say that about all of my projects, but I really am. This is Nottingham Sampler by Kathy Barrick. I have it on PDF, and I did not bring my iPad to my room, so you can just look it up. I bought it on her Etsy. It's so good. I love this. I am using the Vicky Clayton Silk Pad conversion. So Kathy Barrick, most of her projects are on NPIs, and I really love the Vicky Silk. So I ended up purchasing it a while back, put it on my stash, and then never started it. And so I was getting tired of Tulip Festival because I felt like I had been working on that project for over a week, which was true. And so I wanted to switch things up a bit, and none of my current projects were calling out to me. So I was like, you know what? Let me start Nottingham Sampler. I had been wanting to start that for a while, so I did. I had everything ready to go anyway. This was the called for fabric. This is on 40 Count Boardwalk by Color and Cotton. I love this color so much. It is so good. Yeah, I stitched this from Thursday through Sunday. This is how far I got. I have not used a Q-snap in such a long time, so it's been so long. It's weird. I ended up busting out my Q-snap clamp for my lap stand. I haven't used that in so long, so it was an adjustment, but I actually think it aggravated my tendonitis, so I'm gonna probably have to switch this to a smaller hoop so that I don't have to like stretch out my elbow too much. But yeah, I love this. I got around all the way around. I was nervous to just like do the border without anything to anchor it on to make sure that it was correct. And so I also did the alphabet so that I know like it was correct. So I love it. So good. Like I said, I don't have the chart to show you because it's on my iPad in the other room, but let me show you the flosses. I love this so much. Like, look at the colors. Look at this blue. Like, this was my favorite color to stitch on. Every single time it came up, I was so excited to use it because, like, look how vibrant it is. It matches my nails. It is so good. It is called Woad Blue 2411. It is so good. I love it. So good. And yeah, look at the colors. They're just so yummy. The yellows. Ugh, come on. Come on. So good. Anyway, I will be stitching that a lot more. Honestly, 4 days and that's how much I got. I mean, come on. I think I can actually, like, I feel like I've been a little bit more monogamous this year, so I'm not having as many varieties, but hey, I think like I can actually finish this year if I work on it all the time. I think it's doable. I love this. Look, there's gonna be like a giant bird over here. This is like a pot. So yeah, and then these birds go all the way across. I'm excited. Ah, so pretty. All right, well, that was all the stitching that I've done the last few weeks. Like I said, it doesn't seem like a lot, but my elbow has been hurting. Hopefully it gets better. I've been icing it every day. All right, so let me go through haul. I have a little bit of haul, and then let me go through like some plans that I have for April. Okay, so fun. All right, so let's go through my use. These are my Floss of the Month clubs. This is from Fireside Stitchery. I am on their 10 floss pack for Gentle Arts, which I felt was very rare to have. My LNS Needle in a Haystack doesn't have any new colors for Gentle Arts. They stopped stocking them, so whatever they have in stock is what they have. They don't replenish it or anything, so I have to go online to purchase them. And for this month, so Fireside Stitchery, their Floss of the Month club for Gentle Arts, they don't do it by like alphabetical order like most floss clubs do. I feel like they do it by colors, because like last month it was a lot of blues, which there's still some blues in here, but then this month it's a lot of reds, which I love. It's so good. So for this month I got claret, whatever. Oh, it's pretty. Something blue, gorgeous. Oh, this is beautiful. Buckeye Scarlet, Distressed Denim, Holly Berry. I do have this already. It's a gorgeous color though. Currant, Old Brick, Cherry Wine, Cranberry, Poinsettia, which actually was a called for Spring Fling that I didn't have, and Raspberry Parfait. It is so pretty. Love this. I need to work on putting all of these up in my hanger of stash flosses, because I have been very bad in keeping that up. And then this is my 10 pack of Weeks Dye Works from Stitch New England. So this is actually the last of the alphabet. Next month in April, they are starting back up to A's. So after I'm done collecting the Weeks That Works, I'm gonna switch over to classic Colorworks because I don't have enough of those. I'm missing a lot of colors. Okay, so this is whitewash. I have this. I don't have this. Winter wheat. Williamsburg. Don't have this either. White walnut. Yukon gold, like the potato. White chocolate. I don't have this. Winnie B blue. This is cute. Williamsburg red. Williamsburg blue. Wisteria, which looks gorgeous. I'll show you. Yep. And white lightning. So that concludes all of the colors for the remaining colors for Weeks That Works. I'm excited. Starting next month, it's gonna be the letter A. I can't remember what part of the alphabet I was in when I started. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I think it was like the P's. So I think after that, I'm gonna go to Classic Colorworks. So that's probably gonna be at the end of the year, maybe. All right. And then my Soie d'Alger colors for Jessie Ormström has come. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be starting her soon, maybe this weekend. It's gonna look so good. So pretty. I love these colors. I'm missing two. One was out of stock and the other one I ordered, but then they sent me an email that it was on back order, so I have to wait, but that's okay. But yeah, so good. And then, okay, so Farm Market, I purchased Rose Hill Sampler by Stacy Nash. It should be coming today. I ordered it from Chantal 141. And I have been going back and forth on the fabric. I wasn't sure if I would be able to use the call for fabric, but then I was browsing on Etsy, Hollis Hands Creates, and I noticed that she restocked her fabrics and she happened to have a cut of the called for fabric. So I ended up getting a cut. And so this is the called for color for Rose Hill Sampler by Stacy Nash. This is Broomgrass by Needle Bling Designs. It is gorgeous. This is 36 count. It is still dark, but I can see the hole, so I think it's doable. Yeah, so I'm gonna stitch Rose Hill Sampler off this beautiful cut, and I'm excited. And of course, this cannot travel by itself, so I picked up a companion. This is Old Town Blend by R&R, 36 count, because I saw she had a cut. I've never seen this fabric before, so I ended up getting it. It's gorgeous, so I love this. So pretty. So yeah, I ended up picking that up to accompany my Broomgrass, so I am very happy with that. And then while I was in Hawaii, I received my order of my Farm Girl linens. I purchased this a while back. So I'm part of the Farm Girl Dry Goods Patreon. I don't remember what level. I'm the one in the middle. So with the middle one, which actually is really affordable, it's $10 per month. And you get access to early sign-in or early sign-ups for the retreats by Farm Girl Dry Goods. You also get access to like early access to her linens when she puts it up. and so she gives you like a few days head start before the rest of the general public gets access to it. You also, this is not every time, but occasionally you are also able to purchase retreat kits. If you're not able to go, you can just go ahead and purchase the kit. So I actually did that yesterday. I purchased the Plum Street kit because I'm not going to the Plum Street Farm Girl retreat in May, since I'm seeing Plum Street in April. So I purchased the kit for May. Last year they did American Welcome, and I really love that. So I can't wait to see what the Farm Girl retreat kit is. Anyway, like I said, my linens came. I'm so excited. These are my linens and they are gorgeous. I've never stitched on a Farm Girl linen before, so I can't tell you how they are, but from what I've heard from friends, they stitch up really nice, like a Bestitch Me or something. So these are all 36 count. I am done with 36, so she said, because my fabric bin for 36 is busting, but we shall see. I love 36 count. It is my happy medium, but I need to now buff up my 46 because I've been into hats lately, and I think 46 and 103s are the perfect combination. Anywho, so I picked up ironstone. I don't want to take it out of the packaging, but yeah, ironstone. I got this gorgeous La Mancha. It's beautiful. I got this one called Valerina with a V. It is a gorgeous blush pink color. So pretty. I got Old Amana. I'm excited to go to Amana in June. But yeah, I love this. I purchased this because this is the call for fabric for American Welcome. I have a Fat 8 that I received for my birthday last year from Amy, but American Welcome needs a little bit bigger, and so I purchased a Fat 1/4. Excited. And then I didn't know I did this, but I ended up picking up a whole fat half of acorn, but it's also gorgeous, so I'm sure that I will have use for this. So yeah, those are my Farm Girl linens. I'm so excited to use those. So I'm gonna have a lot of uses. Yeah, so that is it for my haul. Let's go over a little bit of plan, soft plans. So next month, April, is my birthday month, and I'm gonna have a lot of new starts. So I'll talk about it on my next video. When I was in Hawaii, I was talking to my friend Jordan, since we're going to Hobby House, but we were getting a little bit nervous on how chaotic it's going to be, especially for shopping. And so I wanted to have peace of mind next month when I go shopping. So I actually ended up placing an order of Hobby House of things that I really feel like I need. And so I purchased that when I was in Hawaii. It's coming sometime. It just shipped yesterday, so I'm excited to share my haul next time. I got some really good market stuff that I ended up picking up after I placed my order with Chantal. So it's gonna be a bunch of with dye, needle and thread, and I have a hat sampler in the order, so I'm excited. So now I feel like I can just casually browse next month when I come. It doesn't have to feel like supermarket sweep for me. So I placed that order, is coming, so I have some really good haul to share with you next time. But anyway, so as part of my birthday, I have a bunch of planned new starts that I want to do. So first of all, I am going to be starting Catherine's Garden by Hands Across the Sea. I showed this on my last video, but I picked up the chart and the gorgeous silks from Hobby House. This is a Hobby House exclusive, so I picked this up. It is gorgeous, and I think I found the perfect fabric for it. So this is what it looks like. I was just going through my stash, and I think I'm going to use this fabric. This is 40 count coconut milk by Grace Notes, and I think it would look so good. It has some green tones underneath it, so it's Catherine's Garden, so I think that that would just look really good. I looked up the I basically like put up the flosses next to it to make sure like you can, like, it will show up. I'm most nervous about this color, but next to it, it seems like it's going to pop. Also, I mean, I'm even trying to figure it out. Like, I think the whites is like over here and over here, so it has color surrounding it, so I think I'll be good. But I'm gonna be starting this in April. I'm stitching this with my friend Jordan, the tattooed stitcher. So if you have this, feel free to join us. That would be fun. So gonna do that as a start. I already showed you my floss pack for Jessie Ormstrom. So this is the chart. Again, another Hands Across the Sea. I'm entering my Hands Across the Sea phase. I picked this up from the Bright and Beautiful box. And I finally made my decision. I will go with the 18th century Blackbird that Yvette gifted me. I love this. It's gonna look so good with these flosses. Like, it's gonna pop. It's so good. I'm excited. I'm gonna stuff these with Hands Across the Sea. I do have another Hands Across the Sea that I also want to start next month. Again, I don't have the PDF because it's on my iPad, but I showed it on my previous video. These are the flosses for it. It's called Where the Flowers Bloom, and this is my choice of fabric. This is called Pecan Butter by Lakeside Linens, 36 count. So I love this. I'm excited to start all of these gorgeous projects. What else? In here, look at that. The other project, I will be starting this with, I'm going to be stitching this with a few of my friends. This is a Little Bit of Spring by Blackbird Design, so I will also be starting this on my birthday. I know my friend Carol Crago is going to stitch this with me. I'm excited. I need to pick up the rest of the colors, but I think I'll grab that when I go to Hobby House. Looking at the colors that I need, I think I'm only missing one. I know my LNS doesn't have it, but I just need to pick up a skein of Old Red Paint by Gentle Arts. If anything, I just got a bunch of those reds from my floss club, so I might also just take a look to see if there's any that looks good enough for that. I have not completely figured out my fabric for a Little Bit of Spring, so we shall see. I was originally thinking of stitching it on this beautiful 36 count vintage maritime white by Lakeside Linens, but when I put this out, this is Ironstone from Farm Girl. I was thinking this might also be good, so let me know what you guys think. Should I go with maritime white or Ironstone for a Little Bit of Spring? Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think. All right. I have other plans, so I do want to start Rose Hill Sampler by Stacy Nash. I also have all of the, I also should have all of the colors. I haven't pulled them yet, but I'm pretty sure I have all of them. And then another thing that I wanted to start is called A Daily Reminder by With Thy Needle and Thread. I know Tara, Sully Stitches, is going to be stitching that piece for her birthday, so I might as well start with her on that one as well. I am waiting for everything, so I don't have the chart. That is coming from Hobby House sometime next week. I ordered a called for fabric. It's Cedar River linens, called Arboreal. I'm in between the 32 and 36, so I ended up getting both from Stitch and Frog. So those are coming also next week. So I'm excited. I should have all of the threads already. I have so many threads. Like, I love that I'm just now able to just start my projects. I just need the fabric and the chart and I'm good to go. But yeah, I think that is it. Oh, I have been getting a lot of comments about my nails, and every time I go to a retreat, a lot of people actually want me to include them as part of my Flosstube, so I figured it would be fun to maybe do that, but I'll put it at the end so you can just X out if you don't care. But for my monthly nails, I get my nails every 6 weeks, but this is the design that I ended up choosing. It's like cherries, it's blue, and then this is basically like kind of like almost 3D. So I love this so much. Message me on Instagram if you want to see the link. So what I do is I browse on Instagram of nail designs, and then I send it to my nail tech and she recreates it on my nails. I love this so much. These are Gel X nails. Size is medium round. They're not that pointy. I wear contacts. They're totally okay. I stitch on it regularly. You guys know guess I'm kind of a fast stitcher, so it doesn't really hinder me in any way. I know a lot of you, when I go to retreats, a lot of you tend to ask me how I stitch with my nails, and then you watch me and you're like, oh, okay, you really do just stitch normal. But yeah, I just love this so much. It is so cute. I love this. I'm excited to show you what my birthday nails will be. My birthday nails, you'll see it at Hobby House in person if you're going. So look at those cherry bombs. So cute. Anyway, that was really it. I thought that was fun. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful week. I can't believe March is almost over. The week is going by so fast. The year is going by so fast. It's about to be April. But yeah, anyway, hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your week and day. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye.